When a woman wants to deal with you, even the devil call God that God come God, see what is happening. The devil will show God that God, see what is happening. You see the anger of a woman, don't ever invite it. Especially when a woman understands that she has nothing to lose. In fact, what she has actually lost is bigger. And what you will lost will be bigger than what she lost, though what she lost is bigger. The case of Doris Ogala and Pastor Chris Okafor of Nigeria is a textbook example about stop inviting the wrath of a woman, because when they want to consume you, it comes with full fire. What happened? Pastor Chris Okafor came out yesterday, Sunday, 28th, to apologize to his church members, to Doris Ogala, and other members of the world whom he may have wronged knowingly or unknowingly, that they should forgive him. Now, when I watched the video of Pastor Chris, where many of his Christians and those Christians who are in the word of Jesus get gullible, they came out and said, yeah, he has apologized. Yeah, we forgive him. He's forgive him. Yes, of course. He has been forgiven. But the issue here is accountability. You'll be forgiven, but you have to take account, you have to assume the responsibility of whatever you may have done. I did a video last time and I said, if a Christian does something bad, it is called a normal crime. But if it passed a mitigating circumstance, because we assume that he or she is not fully aware of the religious crime. But if a pastor does a religious crime, it is an aggravating circumstance. Doris Ogala has come out now to say a lot. Now, I don't know whoever advised Pastor Christ. That is apology for short, and it actually has created more problems than solving. I will explain. His apology has caused more problems. The way he went about the apology is wrong. There should have been a better way to go about this apology. And that is why there is a need for a communication expert. A communication expert that you need to talk to this communication expert. The communication expert needs to listen to the message and tell you that my pastor, in crisis like this is how we handle, because public relation officers, this is the moment where Pastor Chris should use his public relation officer. The public relation officer of a company play a key role. Now, what did he do? First, his apology ought to have just been about the apology without attacking anybody or calling anybody names. That is, I am sorry, my people. I want to apologize to everybody who I'm wrong. I apologize for some of the things that may have been said, which are right, some which are wrong. I apologize. Ends there. Or read the list and say etc. and end there. But Pastor Chris going about bringing his first wife into the picture, it is what now is going to bring more problems on him than usual. First, it will bring a legal issues on him than usual, which money cannot buy. The wrath of a woman. Know that all these women are really angry, and the women are beginning to team up. They are really angry, taking into consideration what other men of God have been doing to them. Now, this is it. He said that the wife, former wife, cheated on him, brought a man into their house, and have been bringing men into their house. Okay? Brought a man to that he caught the wife in his house with another man, and the other man was quite dying. The other man was doing go for before, for back, for before, for back, go for before, for back. I was making tuku. The other man was giving doggy. Not doggy. He did not say doggy. I'm just exaggerating. You understand? He said he that day caught his wife with a man. And the wife did this, did that, he enumerated. That was where all hair, he opened hair for himself to enter. That moment, he just opened the hell. The hellfire consumed me, hellfire. Instead, he thought he was opening the heavens, opening his way. He opened hell. Accusation of that magnitude must be backed by fact. Now the woman has come out and saying that Pastor Chris Okafor must provide the man he slept with in his house, that he caught with in his house. He must provide the name of this man, and that she's not going to take it, lightly. That Pastor Chris has lied on her name, that it was her that left Pastor Chris, not the other way around, as Pastor Chris explains to his congregation. So you now see that Pastor Chris has opened the gate of hell, which shall prevail. This time it shall prevail. Second, she said Pastor Chris has impregnated a lot of church members, including the wives of some of his deacons in the church and some female deacons or deacons in the church. She started calling names. She called names, and she gave dates. You see why I said that Pastor Chris did a very big error in his apology. Apologize and stay quiet. Don't come and tell us, because he did that because he wanted to win sentiment, to explain to his congregation how he found himself to that issue as a human. But if you have already fallen, you are fallen. Just simply say, I am sorry, I did that. I'm sorry, Doris. I am sorry. And then the first wife was not supposed to be in the picture, because the issue between you was with you and Doris, Ogala, and other women. Now she brought in his wife, former wife. Now the other former wife now has the response, the right to respond. You see where the problem is now coming. So another issue. The wife now started saying that she has medical records of some of the women that Pastor Chris has impregnated. And the wife is calling on some of the church members to go and do DNA with all their children to prove that their children are all the children of their husbands, whom she called their names. You see, sometimes companies feel like they don't need the service of a public relations officer. No, public relations officer is not needed. It's not needed. It's not needed. We can handle it. No matter how much anointing you have, there is an office called public relations. That office plays a very big role in the image of your company. The next, he started accusing other things, started laying accusation. Even the issue when he brought the daughter, Pastor Chris brought the daughter, for the daughter to come and testify that he has never touched any of his daughters or children in the house. After allegation went out that he wanted to one of his daughters. Pastor Chris brought one of his daughters and said, have I ever? Now, but it is not, that issue was supposed to be left for an independent media. Pastor Chris was also supposed to send that child to an independent media to interview the child, such that let it be like it's an independent media that have done that, in a documentary or investigative journalists have done that to clear the air. Such that now accusation will be on the investigative journalist, but now he brought the daughter. Most of the things he brought his family members on the pulpit to explain. He was not supposed to explain all that. Those things were supposed to have been done by a media that you pay or you give money or you call to carry out this and garnish your image. You see, pastors, this is an open warning to most of the pastors that are going around, instead of pastors and religious, all including all pastors and religious, who go around seeing beautiful girls and kwaja in there and women. These women have not decided, but another woman has come out to show a baby that looked like Pastor Chris head to toe, that this is his son. And the woman was a choir member in that church, and the people know her very well. She came out after that interview, that confession, that apology. You see, I don't know who is advising some of these men of God. Sometimes those who advise some of these men of God need to tell them that you need the service of a communication expert. If you were to preach, that's your business. But if you were to talk about this issue, you need a crisis manager to handle this issue. Whenever a church has a crisis, no matter how much anointing you have, you need a crisis manager, expert like us, to advise you on what to do. But you went ahead, rely on your own ingenuity, which has failed. Failed woefully. What you instead thought you wanted to do to have some of your gullible Christians will still come on this post and comment it idiotically without understanding where I am coming from. And you are in that position because of some Christians who can, oh, Papa is this, oh, Papa. If you are wrong, you did very well by wanting to apologize. But the way in which you apologize, you resurrected problem, because your ex-wife now is out. And there are other people who are going to come up, because you mentioned a lot. So come and clear the air. So be ready for other, in fact, do a series in your church. Which means that you will just explain. You will explain tire. The moment you start bashing that, you start holding like this, hold like that, hold, bash. So while we're bashing. And when I hear people say that, oh, yeah, ask for forgiveness, yes, but let him assume his responsibilities. And that's what Dogs Ogala is saying. You have to put her for life, you have to pay her, you have to be doing that, you have to give her money, salary. They have to, responsibility. You have to assume. You have asked apology, they have forgiven you, now assume your responsibility. Other men of God, they are like that. And ego box. What? See, it will happen. No matter how hard you want to cover it.
Congratulations. You've passed your GCE or baccalaureate, and now it's time to choose a professional university that opens real doors to your future. Let us introduce you to the African Higher Institute of Technology, a career-focused institution that not only awards internationally recognized certificates, but also guarantees direct employment opportunities upon graduation through its solid network of partner companies and institutions worldwide. This school operates in collaboration with the Cameroon Ministry of Higher Education, UBA Bank, St. Francis Xavier Institute, Canada. Located in Yaoundé, Mendong, away from the noisy town, IHIT provides the following for its students: a free brand new laptop immediately after paying a registration fee of 25,000 francs CFA, free high-speed internet access on campus, hands-on professional training, mentorship from local and international experts, offering courses like local government in accounting, finance and administration, computer engineering, artificial intelligence, biomedical sciences, economics and finance, business and management, arts and education, law and public policy, agricultural sciences. Whether you dream of becoming a software developer, civil engineer, healthcare technician, or business strategist, IHT is your direct path to success. Apply now and take the bold step toward a future of innovation, professionalism, and global opportunity.